ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
The 15-year-old boy charged with killing a girl from Mount Vernon last week has made his first court appearance. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. We also have an update on the Brewer police officer that was injured outside the Walmart Tuesday morning. And there's a serious shortage of qualified commercial airline pilots, and now Congress wants to help. We'll take a look along with the rest of our stories. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, happy Wednesday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks, across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Alrighty, a nice afternoon. We're watching a little bit more clouds developing now as we get some of the daytime heating going. We'll keep that going today, but only becoming partly cloudy, so the rest of the afternoon will be looking rather nice as high pressure is right overhead. So we're kind of in between a lot of systems here as high pressure is over us. We have a stationary front to the south, causing a lot of showers and storms to develop with some historical rain that fell in St. Louis yesterday. And we're seeing more rain this afternoon. And we're watching this cold front right about in here. It's also going to be tracking off towards the east. Now will give us chances for more showers and thunderstorms coming up rather soon. But for now, though, a futurecast showing a partly cloudy sky with some thicker cloud cover from time to time. We'll lose those clouds overnight tonight, but we'll be watching for more clouds again as we head towards the daytime tomorrow. As for the winds, not too bad out of the west, maybe switching around from time to time at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, but really calming down as we head towards the overnight period tonight. So a forecast for today, lower 80s, not very humid at all, partly cloudy, with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper 50s, becoming mostly clear, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. And for tomorrow, partly cloudy, a little bit more humid, an isolated shower not out of the question later in the day, with highs in the middle 80s, that south wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. In our hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, partly cloudy, temperatures in the 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. The Waldo County Sheriff's Office is looking for a missing teenager. According to the Sheriff's Office, 18-year-old Chase Harriman was last seen on July 20th. Chase is identified as a white male with blue eyes, weighing around 130 pounds, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall. There is no information on what he was wearing when he went missing, but the release states Chase has scarring on his arms with the letters CH etched into his biceps. According to the Sheriff's Office, he may be going by the name Logan Bushnell. Anyone with information is asked to call Detective Casey Ashley at 207-338-2040. The 15-year-old charged with killing a teenage girl from Mount Vernon last week has made his first court appearance. The boy was charged yesterday with intentional or knowing murder in connection with the homicide of 14-year-old Brooke McLaughlin, who was found deceased in her home just after 6 p.m. on July 18th. The Office of Chief Medical Examiner determined McLaughlin's death was a homicide. The 15-year-old suspect and the victim had been in a relationship, according to his Facebook page. A Brewer police officer was injured while responding to an incident outside the Walmart Tuesday morning. Authorities say they were called to the backside of the Brewer Walmart for a man in crisis. City Public Safety Director Jason Moffitt says when one of his officers approached the individual, a scuffle ensued.
During the scuffle to get him detained and trying to isolate this person, one of the Brewer PD officers was injured. He has a head injury and possible whiplash.
Moffitt says the individual in crisis left the scene to be evaluated by medical staff. A natural gas leak shut down roads in Orono Tuesday morning. Firefighters were called to the area of Maplewood Avenue around 11 a.m. Orono Fire Chief Jeff Lowe says when they arrived, they found a significant leak from a large natural gas line under a lot of pressure.
We blocked off the area to keep people from traveling through the gas leak, evacuated homes around the leak, and then we started doing air monitoring to assess for gas levels.
Lowe says Bangor Gas was doing some underground work and accidentally ruptured one of their lines. He says it took them about an hour to shut down the gas line and get safety measures in place so people could return to their homes. There is a serious shortage of qualified commercial airline pilots, and now Congress is getting involved trying to alleviate the problem. There's a bill called Let Experienced Pilots Fly Act designed to raise the mandatory commercial pilot retirement age from 65 to 67. It would also require pilots over the age of 65 to maintain a first-class medical certification. The certification would need to be renewed every 6 months. The bill would also require airlines to continue using pilot training and certification programs approved by the Federal Aviation Administration. It comes as airlines struggle to attract more pilots and meet demand, leading to flight cancellations and delays during the busy summer travel season. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, there's a bill in Congress designed to help senior veterans struggling with housing. We'll take a closer look when we return. We'll be right back.
Are you eligible for Medicare? Joe Montana is, and he enrolled in a WellCare Medicare Advantage plan. He knows about coverage, and WellCare provides the extra benefits he wants.
Hi, I'm Joe Montana. When you get to be 65, you have little patience for nonsense and inefficiency. That's why when I qualified for Medicare, I went with WellCare.
Take it from Joe. As a WellCare member, you get a $0 or low monthly plan premium on your medical coverage and prescription drugs with $0 generics. And that's not all.
Plus, a flex card to pay for extra dental, vision, and hearing expenses, an over-the-counter allowance, and even give-back plans that put money back into your Social Security check every month.
Call us at 1-866-636-7403. We'll send you our free Medicare all-in-one guide with everything you need to know about Medicare and tell you how to get a $0 or low monthly plan premium on your medical coverage, prescription drug coverage with $0 generics, dental, vision, and hearing coverage, a WellCare Flex card, money for over-the-counter items, and up to $840 back in your Social Security check every year. WellCare is committed to providing our members great Medicare coverage that includes extra health care benefits. If you want to learn more about WellCare, call 1-866-636-7403. We'll send you our free Medicare all-in-one guide with everything you need to know. Or visit our website, enrollwellcare.com. That's 1-866-636-7403 or enrollwellcare.com to enroll today. WellCare, it's Medicare done well.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again.
I never paid a penny out of pocket, and they settled my case for over $165,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
When Katahdin Cruises and Moosehead Marine Museum want to know the local forecast, they log into foxbangor.com. Take a step back in time and experience Moosehead Lake from a unique viewpoint. Book your cruise now on the Steamboat Katahdin, online or at the ticket office the day of the cruise.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
One-third of the workers in the U.S. say they are not saving nearly enough for retirement, and a new survey is revealing the top 3 reasons why. According to the survey from finance website Anytime Estimate, a big reason some are choosing not to set aside money for their future is because they do not have enough. About 37% of the people surveyed said they lacked the funds. 26% said they are unemployed. The second reason, some felt they are too young. And lastly, about 20% said they are more focused on other investments. Financial experts warn waiting too long might make it more difficult to save for retirement. Senator Angus King just recently co-sponsored bipartisan legislation to expand access to assisted living services for senior veterans. Should this get passed, the Expanding Veterans Options for Long-Term Care Act would help eligible veterans receive assisted living care paid by the Department of Veterans Affairs. It would also create a pilot program at 6 Veterans Integrated Services networks nationwide, where seniors would receive the assisted living care needed. Senator Angus King says this bill will help both taxpayers and veterans.
The average price for a nursing home, $120,000 a year. For assisted living, $51,000 a year. A huge difference in price, so that's a benefit to the taxpayers. Plus, it's a benefit to those veterans who don't really need the full-blown nursing care, but need some assistance.
If successful, this would serve as a model for Veterans Affairs to expand this to all qualifying veterans nationwide. Now with Wednesday's business news, here's Leo Jonathan.
Inflation continues to rise as the Conference Board says its Consumer Confidence Index fell this month to its lowest level since February of last year. This as the Federal Reserve is expected to boost interest rates again. Inflation continues at historic levels as companies like Coca-Cola, McDonald's, and Unilever all say they'll keep passing along higher prices for raw materials and labor to consumers. Revenues for the latest quarter at Alphabet, the parent company of Google, hit nearly $70 billion. That's up 13% from last year, but still the lowest growth rate in 2 years. And Visa's profits in the latest quarter up 32% from a year ago to $3.4 billion. I'm Leo Jonathan with Wednesday's Business on ABC 7.
Mega Millions is living up to its name with an $830 million jackpot. A top-winning ticket has never been sold in Maine, but that could have changed. Mel Meyer has more.
Credit okay?
How much would you pay to be set for life?
I mean, you may get someone that's going to buy one that's all of a sudden buying 10. Or like the other one there that got just mass amount.
For some, it's routine. Others, it's spur of the moment.
Like the gentleman that I just had. No, it's up there. Give me one. Why not?
Over the last year, Broadway Variety sold the second highest number of lottery tickets in Maine.
I'm usually more of a pick 3, pick 4 type of gal, but I want to pick my own.
But now Alicia Rogers is hoping to beat the odds with this.
I got the winning tickets.
The chances of that, 1 in 303 million. Would you show up at work tomorrow?
Oh, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
One person could walk away with an estimated cash value of nearly $500 million. As long as they don't have to share with any other winners. Would you split it with anyone else?
Yes.
Even your family?
Yeah, some of them.
So what to do then with all that money?
That's what I said. The first thing I would get would be a lawyer.
It's practical purchases people I talk to are thinking about. What would it mean to win?
I mean, a lot. It's a lot of money. That goes a long way. It's a life-changing amount of money.
I would pay my children's student debt off. It's mostly just getting out of debt versus buying a certain thing.
Even if you don't get top dollar, you have a relatively good shot at winning any prize. The odds of that, just 1 in 24.
It would be amazing to win even any portion of it.
I don't need a lot of money. Maybe a good bourbon every now and then, but not a lot of money.
Coming up, after winning a national competition, a lab at the University of Maine has been recognized by the White House. That story is coming up next.
Papa Roach. Falling in reverse. The Rockzilla Tour with very special guests, Hollywood Undead and Bad Wolves. Friday, July 29th, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. Papa Roach. Falling in reverse. On sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com.
Do you hate throwing away food that's gone bad? Does your pantry look like a bad disaster? What if you could keep your food as fresh as the day you bought it and vacuum seal any ingredient? Eric Thies here with my new portable, powerful PowerXL Duo NutriSealer. This incredible breakthrough in technology can savor any flavor while it seals in the freshness. What's the secret? The Duo NutriSealer will remove all the air. Once all the air is removed, the air pressure detection system is automatically activated and seals your bag tight. And it's the only patented handheld sealer that creates double seals. The Duo has a floating hinge and a built-in slicer to make bags of any size. You can even seal through liquid. Don't let its small compact size fool you. With just one touch of a button, the Duo seals any bag and it will stay bonded until you open it, guaranteed. The Duo NutriSealer locks in nutrients and freshness so you can keep your food 5 times longer. Prep and freeze delicious meals, or buy wholesale and seal individual packs and save up to 60%. Our bags are BPA free, microwave safe, and will never leach. Now you can get my PowerXL Duo NutriSealer for only 3 payments of $33.33. Plus, it comes with an ironclad 1-year VIP guarantee protection plan and my recipe book filled with marinades, for super delicious meals. We're still not done. Order now and you'll receive an entire year's worth of bags. That's a $50 value, yours free. And we'll also include free shipping. All this is a $300 value, yours today, for only 3 payments of $33.33. Remember, this is a special TV-only offer. So call or go to PowerXLDuo.com right now.
Call 1-800-553-7034 or go to PowerXLDuo.com.
A lab at the University of Maine was recognized by the White House for placing in a national competition. Matthew Juroncic has the story.
A group of UMaine students and professors at WVII Labs earned the experience of a lifetime, the chance to attend a White House recognition ceremony virtually. The group placed third in a unique competition put on by the Department of Transportation to create an autonomous vehicle software to help those with disabilities get around. After much brainstorming, they were able to come up with AVA.
AVA is an accessibility and inclusivity application that allows the user to order a ride on a ride share, and it tells you how, when the vehicle gets there, and how to get to the vehicle by superimposing boxes onto obstacles such as ice, such as cones, guy wires, and other things, and leads you directly to the vehicle and helps you navigate throughout your ride.
WVII Labs was founded by director Richard Corey and Nicholas Giudici in 2008. The group explores unmet challenges within technology and works towards creating solutions, specifically in self-driving vehicles and bio-inspired tools for those who are visually impaired. Getting national recognition for their work is something Giudici and Corey dreamed about.
To get a recognition at this level is huge. This is a big deal. Getting invited to the White House is a very, very big deal. This is really quite a huge honor to get there.
The group at WVII Labs attended the ceremony over Zoom, where various members of the White House, including Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg, spoke on how the lab's projects will benefit those with disabilities. Along with the recognition, the group also received a $300,000 cash prize, which they will use to improve AVA in the future.
We're going to be looking at what happens in the vehicle when you're in a fully autonomous vehicle. There's no other driver or no other human. How can that app help you identify things, understand how you're going to navigate when you come in or when you come out?
Matthew Juroncic, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Senator Susan Collins is calling on the White House to reduce the supply of drugs and improve prevention programs. Senator Collins attended a hearing in Washington, D.C. titled Fighting Fentanyl, the federal response to a growing crisis. Collins questioned public health officials during the hearing, citing data which shows the increase of fentanyl overdoses in Maine. She says Dr. Marcy Sorg, who is a leading forensic anthropologist at the University of Maine, is calling the opioid crisis the worst it's ever been. According to the senator, a total of 9,500 drug overdoses occurred in Maine last year. She says 627 Mainers died from the drug overdoses in 2021, and that fentanyl was involved in 77% of those deaths. During her visit to the southern border last year, Border Patrol officers explained how they divert resources away from drug detection due to the large influx of people crossing the border.
In 2021, the Maine Drug Enforcement Agency seized more than 10,000 grams of fentanyl. But they tell me they cannot possibly keep up. They are overwhelmed. And that Maine's overdose crisis is primarily driven by the increased supply of illicit fentanyl originating in China and smuggled through Mexico.
Kemp Chester is a senior policy advisor for the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy. He says that traffickers are determined and will find ways to smuggle drugs into the United States.
What we have to do is very quickly identify when we have new vulnerabilities, when the traffickers have changed the ways that they do business, and close those gaps and vulnerabilities as quickly as we possibly can. And that's what we're in the process of doing right now.
Senator Collins concluded her questions by mentioning a tragic death of a Maine teenager who died of a suspected fentanyl poisoning last month. She called for more education on the dangers of drug use for students in Maine. A Bangor program offering those battling substance abuse a second chance continues to grow strong. Back in 2019, Penobscot County District Attorney Mary Ann Lynch launched the Prosecutorial Diversion Program, which offers individuals facing nonviolent charges access to local resources and the possibility of a case dismissal. 3 years later, the program has helped around 500 participants and distributed more than 1,000 bottles of Narcan. The Bangor Area Recovery Network partners with the District Attorney's Office to provide a space, resources, and other supports for those fighting addiction.
Jail sentences really didn't help to empower me. They didn't really educate me on anything. They didn't give me any tools. It's an alternative to kind of just becoming a part of the system, and sometimes people get trapped within that system.
If you or someone you know is struggling with a drug addiction, you can contact the Bangor Area Recovery Network by dialing 207-561-9444. As summer rolls on, the weather is gray, but it comes with a potential danger from tick bites. With more, here's ABC's Jay O'Brien.
Many people are getting out and enjoying the outdoors this summer, but the New York State Department of Health is reminding everyone about the importance of protecting against active ticks in the warm weather. In New York alone, there has been an increase in tick bites in recent years, averaging more than 5,500 new cases each year. Tick bite illnesses commonly start when a tick bites a person, often remaining attached for 24 hours or more. In some cases, an expanding bullseye rash can develop near the bite, followed by flu-like symptoms, which can happen over a 30-day period after a tick bite. Tick bites can also transmit different diseases with varying severity, but all can cause serious illness and even death if not properly treated. Once a tick bite happens, health experts say people should contact a healthcare provider immediately for treatment. And when out in wooded areas, they also recommend wearing long sleeves and pants, checking for tick bites often, and brushing them away before they attach, and using tick repellents. With this Medical Minute, I'm Jay O'Brien.
The COVID-19 pandemic continues to impact staffing levels of nurses across the country. Many states like Maine depend on traveling nurses to provide additional care. A.J. Douglas spoke to one of the many traveling nurses here in Maine.
Marjorie Cooper has been a practicing nurse for the past 4 years and now operates as a traveling nurse. Cooper remembers working as a staff nurse at the beginning of the COVID-19 virus and says today's medical facilities are much more prepared for the virus.
The virus has also changed. When we had the original COVID virus, we weren't typically prepared to be able to handle the unexpected events that happened with COVID, such as coagulation issues, and we didn't even have the respiratory devices that we have now.
Cooper says although the COVID-19 virus has changed since the beginning of the pandemic, variants of the COVID-19 virus still can make people very sick and are still impacting hospitals across the country.
The U.S. healthcare system has been stretched to the max. We lost a lot of providers. We lost a lot of nurses due to COVID. And you can see that in your appointment times for your scheduled cardiac visits, for your scheduled general practice visits. We have very few beds in the state right now, and I would love for people to stay at home when they can, not spread illness when they can.
Cooper says she understands why there is a staffing shortage of nurses across the country, but encourages more people to join what she calls a rewarding field.
Nursing school is not comfortable. They break down the way you thought you critically thought, and they teach you how to think in a whole nother way, and learning is terrifying, especially as an adult, but I encourage it. And we do need more nurses out there.
Cooper says nurses require at least 2 years of experience prior to becoming a traveling nurse. She says the profession gives people a way to see different parts of the country.
If you want to travel nurse, that's fantastic. I think especially for young people who want to see the whole country and decide where they want to live and stretch their legs.
In Bar Harbor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
If you're injured in a serious accident, the insurance company is not your friend. Don't accept a low, short-sighted offer. Make the call to a fighter, a winner, a law firm with the knowledge and experience to know what your case may really be worth, and the resources to go after every dollar you may deserve.
They got me almost $1 million.
$250,000. They really do mean business.
Call Joe, the law offices of Joe Bornstein, right now.
A new Chevy is the smart way to hit the open road this summer. The smart way to road trip and seek new adventures. Go a little farther this summer in a new Chevy. Find new get up and go, find new roads. Qualified lessees with a current eligible lease can sign and drive this Equinox for around $332 a month. Tax, title, license, and dealer fees are extra. Or well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on all 2022 Equinox models when you purchase.
When the Coach House Restaurant wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. The Coach House Restaurant, family dining at its best with fine home-cooked meals, delicious homemade desserts, and a large menu of tasty offerings for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Goose River Farm and Meat Store is conveniently located on Route 3 across from Hammond Lumber in Belfast. They have a wide selection of meat and poultry, including beef, pork, lamb, chicken, duck, rabbit, and turkey. Buy your steak and meats for grilling this summer.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
The town of Millbridge is hosting its annual Millbridge Day celebration this weekend. The celebration will feature a grand parade, the world-famous codfish relay, and live concerts from various local bands before ending with fireworks over Narragansett Bay. Throughout Friday and Saturday, there will be more than 100 local vendors selling handmade products. Volunteer Richard Bondebrant says that the event brings people to the town of Millbridge and the surrounding area. He says that the Millbridge Day's celebration is regarded as the town's largest celebration. Now let's check your full midweek forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, happy Wednesday afternoon. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, we have a few clouds starting to develop this afternoon, though, but things looking pretty nice out there and not humid either. It's going to be a nice day to get outside and really enjoy things as we have high pressure right overhead located right about in here. The stationary front is causing a lot of the precipitation to fall across the good parts of the country. With historical rainfall that fell yesterday in St. Louis, unfortunately, we'll see more rain today, but we have more fronts off toward the north and east. Will start to move in soon with more showers and thunderstorms in the forecast coming up later on this week. But for now, though, 2 to 4 foot wave heights being noted. Nothing too ridiculous at this point. No small craft advisories are up either, so things will remain calm moving forward. Our average high is 81 degrees. We'll be in the lower to middle 80s. Today, tomorrow, Friday, pretty much the next several days as well, we'll be in the 80s or just a little bit warmer, with warmer temperatures on the way, especially as we head towards Tuesday of next week. So dew points are going to be up and down just a little bit, though. We'll see them rising again by Thursday and Friday as some more moist air begins to move in. Cold front moves through by Friday. We'll see things dropping back a little bit, but gradually rising again as we head towards Monday of next week as well. UVNX forecast for today has ticked up just a little bit. It's at a 7 as considered high. A burn time of around 30 minutes, so hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, shade will be necessary to avoid a bad sunburn. Moving forward, a partly cloudy sky on the way today. We'll lose some of those clouds overnight tonight. And tomorrow looking pretty good as well, as we'll be watching for a partly cloudy sky, a little bit more humid as well. Isolated chances for a few showers, but better chances of thunderstorms on the way as we head towards Thursday night and parts of Friday morning. Maybe some fog developing as well. Some of those storms could pack a punch Thursday night into Friday with some damaging winds and maybe some hail in a few areas as well. It's a marginal risk, a 1 out of 5, nothing too ridiculous. We'll keep you posted as those develop. So lower 80s today, partly cloudy. That west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 58 degrees, becoming mostly clear, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. And for tomorrow, 86 degrees, a little more humid, partly cloudy, maybe an isolated shower, south wind at about 25 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast, more storms on the way as we head towards Friday, a small chance of rain by Saturday, highs in the lower to middle 80s on Sunday, a partly cloudy sky.
We'll be in Newport on Friday. We'll keep our fingers crossed for some good weather. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.